are indeed excited to welcome you. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson about to embark on that journey. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. Football's on TV, Mike. It's just better, and I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week one. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams all get their starts.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week one of the season. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in the...
right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. They'll run for the first time with their fullback.
When that play call came into the huddle, Mike, I don't think anyone seriously expected this guy to suddenly rip off that type of gain to extend this drive. That was more of a, hey, get what you can, wave the white flag. We are so far behind the sticks.
Special teams out on the field, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This fielded inside the 35. The Browns offense ready for their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's running. That's what the best guys do.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
To the ground, a 1st down run. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the goal line and in. Touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point is up and through. And a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. So now, boys, their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen. Here's the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Now, as they get set to take over again on offense, they lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And he's going to have now quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 2nd and a yard. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. More from the International Series in London after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll stay on the ground. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
It's about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Davis to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. It's ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 7. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Allen. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
Starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, running right. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now, faking the give. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Now a give on the ground. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. And the 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
That penalty is declined.
The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns move out on top, 14-0. The kick on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. It's getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Allen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Allen. He's got it again.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Here's their punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll look to throw yet again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is taken in at the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here. Davis now to return it. They'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Ready to get back at it. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
if there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Allen. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Tight end on the move left. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll send their tight end left. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points. So far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Throwing now from the gun. And And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got them backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's to the 15. And he's in. Touchdown. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And back in it. It is 21-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Great job there by the coverage team. They get him down at the 12. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them,
and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Punting team out there, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll run with Allen. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll go with the counter on first down. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
Special teams unit heads out for the punt.
Pretty sure if he had a chance to do that one all over again, Mike, that's just a simple, fair catch decision. He underestimated the ability to how fast that gunner could get down the field. They take advantage of it. Not only does he take the big hit, he coughs up the ball, and now he puts his defense right back on the field.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
We tend to... It's very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They send the tight end in motion. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
1st and 10. He'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. One of the tight ends motions right. So second down, and they'll run it. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Back to the ground after the penalty, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. On the ground, here comes Patterson. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air this out for Davis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 2nd down.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
He'll work his way only to the 23. 2nd down and 8. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working the...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point, up and good. And put it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now he'll run. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. They'll throw out of the gun. This is caught down that right sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. He is in. Touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
No problem there on the extra point. Able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener. And look to finish things strong here in the fourth quarter. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Patterson. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Up the middle they go. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. On the ground, it's the tight end. And the timeout. Punting time for to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
There's no more efficient play in the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Whoa! And he will score again. Touchdown. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a down. That was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll run up and clock it a little over 30 seconds, all that is left. They're going to motion the tight end over here. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Match. With that, we say good night.